didn't go so hot for him. Now, something to also be aware of that you want to consider is that you want to work on your basic skills. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this guy. His name is Matt Biondi. He swam in 3 Olympics, won 11 medals. 8 of them were gold. He kind of dominated racing through the 80s and was undefeated for 4 years. What he did was he studied nautical engineering and learned how to be really efficient in the way he moved through water. He kind of rolled on his side and found that he was very effective at getting to the other end of the pool quickly. This gentleman, where is he? Is named Alexander Popov. He's better known as the Russian Rocket. He continually got beat by Biondi until he studied a videotape of him and really worked on his skills as well. In 1992 Barcelona Olympics, these guys went head to head, and Matt Biondi covered the distance of the race in 37 strokes. However, he lost to the Russian Rocket. The Russian Rocket beat him. The question I have for you is, do you think the Russian Rocket took fewer than 37 strokes or more than 37 strokes? Well, as what happened was he took 24 strokes. So what that shows is that this individual moved through the water more efficiently than this guy. And this is what you want to do too as you come to Pima. You're going to want to develop some skills that were going to help you move through your marathon you have ahead of you really efficiently and well. So, basic skills, there are 2 sets of them we usually talk about: math, reading, and writing, and study skills. You're going to want to work on these right off the bat as a new student. You may have already taken your assessments. What we recommend you do is go ahead and begin taking your math classes, your writing classes, and your reading classes. Any class you take in your future at Pima is going to require some reading and some writing. Some of the math classes or science classes require math. If you work on these basic skills early on, it's going to make later on easier. If you work on your writing, when you get into a writing class in history or psychology, it's just going to go smoother for you because you spent some time practicing and working on those skills. What I'd like you to do now is maybe pause this video and pull out your assessments. If you don't have your assessments, you can go online, your MyPima, and pull them off, and you will have assessed into a writing class, a reading class, and a math class. And on the worksheet that's provided is go ahead and write in the classes that you think you want to take. Writing, some of you say might have assessed into Writing 100. You're probably going to need Writing 101 and 102 for most degree programs. Reading, some of you might have assessed into, this is actually wrong, this should be 71. You might have assessed into Reading 81 or Reading 91, or you look on your assessments and it may say you met your general reading requirement, in which case you don't need to take reading. Now math, different story. For most degrees, you're going to need to get up to this level and this level for transfer degrees. If you're doing sciences, you're going to want to go on down here. So you are going to need to take some math. We recommend you get going on it soon. You can sign up for Math 86 or 92, or there's these new modules, Math 123 or Math 180 or Math 89 that you'll see that you assessed into. And those are modules that are self-paced that you can do on your own and cover more than one of these specific classes in one semester. So if you sign up for 89, you can conceivably cover Math 86 and 92 in one semester and so forth. That you'll get more information on that talking to advisors, or if you have questions, feel free to ask. Generally, what you're going to want to do then is go ahead on this form, write in the classes that you're going to take in the category of math, reading, and writing. So say Reading 81, Math 122, and say you assessed into Writing 101. Now this is a start at a template for your first semester classes. You have a reading class identified from your assessment, math assessment identified from your assessments, and writing. So it's a start. Now you don't need to take all these, but it's just a start for listing all your options. Starting to build your schedule. We'll talk more about this in a different unit. But also, student success courses. There's a course that I highly recommend. It's Study Skills 100. It's STU 100. Just as Matt Biondi and the Russian rocket moved efficiently through the water, this class will give you the skills to move efficiently through memorizing information, taking tests, dealing with test anxiety, reading, taking notes. It's a very good class. A lot of students take it later on in their time at Pima and wish they had taken it early. A couple other classes, STU, student success classes to note. If you're struggling trying to figure out a career or have a career identified but want to confirm it, there's STU 109. And then finally, there's another set of classes for transfer. If you're planning to transfer to the university, take a look at STU 107. On your sheet here, what you can do is go ahead, we already put these in, go ahead and circle the STU class that you intend to take as well. This one, highly recommended. This one, if you're transferring, this one, we'll talk about this next, the importance of knowing where you stand with a career. Okay, what you need to do and want to do is start figuring out, thinking about a career and major program of study. There's this little pig here. This pig is asking for a pancake, and this little girl gives him a pancake. What do you think the next step is? Some of you may be familiar with this book. There's a natural response as soon as you have a pancake. The next question is going to be, can I have some syrup to go with it? Just like an Oreo cookie needs milk, pancake needs syrup. And just as for you, registering for classes at Pima, that's what you're here to do, you're going to need to know some additional information that will be very helpful in giving us the ability to help you identify classes and for you to identify for yourself classes you need to take to complete a program or degree. Registering for classes, we can get you going on general education coursework, but eventually you're going to run out of those general ed courses and you're going to need to focus and identify. You want to go into accounting, you want to go into psychology, you want to go into nursing, and that's going to depend what your career goal is. What job do you want out there? What are your life goals? How much money do you want to make? Do you want to live in Tucson? Want a family? What career is going to give you the ability to meet those life goals? Once you know your career, it's pretty easy to figure out your major program of study. Do you need a bachelor's degree? Do you need an associate's degree for direct employment in automotive? We can figure this out pretty quickly, but these are the harder questions. And you want to keep on it and not wait too long before you start thinking about those. This guy didn't think about them until he got into med school. Went to Pima, went to U of A, majored in microbiology, got into med school, and then boom. He says, I didn't realize there would be so much yucky stuff. This is what you want to avoid. We see students come in quite frequently that have gotten a degree and they find that it's not a good match for them or it doesn't get them where they were trying to go and they're back to the drawing board. So you want to think about this soon, and there are some tools that we can help you with. There's another unit that can talk about how you can figure out a career and what major you need for that career. One other thing to keep in mind, rule number 4, you keep track of this on your little note there, your cheat sheet that I provided, that you're writing some of this down. The drop date and withdraw date. A surefire way to get an F is sign up for classes now and then have a change in plans and don't do anything. You stay on the roster, you don't show up to classes, you get hit with the bill, and you get an F in the class. So what you want to be very aware of when you sign up for classes, if you have a change in plans, you need to go in and drop the classes. About a week and a half, 2 weeks after the class starts, you can go ahead and drop it. You get all your money back and it gets wiped off your transcript. If you're in the class for say 2, 3, 4 weeks and the chocolates start flying like in the I Love Lucy video, and you decide you need to make adjustments and maybe drop one of your 4 classes, then you can withdraw. That's a date too that you need to be aware of and hit as well. If you withdraw, what happens is you don't get your money back, but you don't get a F on your transcript, you get a W for withdraw. So those are 2 dates you want to be aware of. You can find them on the calendar and you can find them when you print out your schedule. Okay, so here we are with this sheet. Let's go ahead and hopefully you were filling it in as we went. If not, let's go ahead and do this. So 1 credit is equal to approximately 1 hour per week in class. Remember what we talked about? For every hour in class, you need how many hours of studying? 2. So you want to put here the number of classes you're going to sign up for. Developing your basic skills, you hopefully found a math class, say Math 122. Reading, assessed into Math 91. I'm sorry, Reading 91. And writing, you're going to be taking Writing 101. Write those in there. You plan to sign up for the following student success courses. Which one do you want to do? I highly recommend this one. Go ahead and at least check that one. These 2, also consider this one, especially if you're transferring. Thinking about a career major program of study. Hopefully you can fill this in. No big deal if you can't. You're going to want to within your 2nd, 3rd semester of classes here. What's your career goal? What occupational area are you shooting for? What job do you want? And then this is, given my career goal, what major, what program of study, what degree do I need to be working towards at Pima and beyond, if needed, a bachelor's degree or some additional degree. What specific degree is that going to be? Don't worry about this one if you can't fill it out quite yet, but you need to start thinking about and working on it. How to avoid getting an F? You want to be aware of the drop date and a withdraw date. You can go online and figure those out as well, or once you get registered, print out your schedule and they should be there for you.